In other news, let's switch over to our not annual. Every episode, we like to do a segment about gaming because we both like to play games, and there's were two updates yesterday to a couple games. Uh, let's first talk about Borderlands 3. So there's the Moxie's Heist of the Handsome Jackpot, which is their first installment of downloadable content. Uh, I played Borderlands 3 for a good amount, but then Destiny sucked me back in. And then I know we played it together a little bit.
Yeah.
That seems interesting. I know a lot of people in the past really loved Borderlands downloadable content. They've got a pretty good reputation for creating good stuff after the initial game has come out. Um, and then Call of Duty, they added a couple maps with Vacant and Shipment, which were remade maps. You're more the Call of Duty expert than I am.
They just reskinned them, so they brought back like the map, but upgraded like obviously like the detail of like
Hmm.
the map and like look all nice, but also for like shipment, like in the game previous, you there was no verticality to the map, so
Mm.
there was just you were all on the same plane. You couldn't go like up on top of things really,
Okay.
but now in this game there is verticality, so you can climb on top of certain crates and you can get like places like that. And it's actually kind of interesting playing on that map because it is a hellstorm.
So they changed it from so essentially previously on this map Shipment, you were basically playing in two dimensions, just X Y. But now they added a third dimension to that, which you called verticality. So
Hmm.
how do you think that changes the play style of that map from previously in its previous iteration in what was it, Call of Duty, the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um, I think that it's not as like hectic. Like you can go other places,
mhm.
but like at this point in the game, I don't think people really know that they can go up on certain crates. So like if you know about it, that's just like God mode
Yeah.
and like just go yam sauce on people.
Nice.
But I don't know, the spawns, it's completely different because like the spawns in the original Modern Warfare were a lot better than how this game is, where you can literally spawn right in front of somebody and just get
Jeez.
ramshackled. Yeah. That's about it though. I mean, I like the new map because you can go up and do different
Hmm.
things, but like see if the spawn system, I don't know how they make it work, but it doesn't.
So and then I saw that they added a new map or a new mode. Sorry, excuse me. They added a new mode called Cranked.
Yeah, cranked. Yeah, it's supposed to alleviate all this camping, but I don't think that that's really going to happen. I don't think that people really care that much. So it's basically like you run around and if you get a kill, you have 30 seconds to get another kill or you literally blow
Oh
up.
God. Oh, because
Yeah.
wasn't it inspired by that? There was like a movie with like Jason Statham or something like that, where like he had to keep like his adrenaline up like above a certain level or he
Oh,
would
like
die.
Die Hard? Is it Die Hard?
No,
I know what you're talking
no, I think oh God, I can't remember what it's called, but there's a movie and the premise was the man had to keep his adrenaline at a certain level or
about. Hmm.
he would die. Or I don't
Yeah.
remember how he would die or what caused it, but he would die. So he did like all these crazy things to get his adrenaline to go up, and um, so I think if I remember correctly, the mode Cranked in Call of Duty was inspired by that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know per se, but that sounds about right. Because I mean, yeah, you're supposed to just run around. It's supposed to be a game where you're just running around and trying to kill people instead of sitting in a corner with the 725 and a claymore.
um, and then another, so there's the multiplayer, which gets a lot of updates, but then there's the cooperative mode, special
Special
ops
ops.
in Call of Duty. We tried to play it that one time, and
It was
yeah, it was terrible, and I don't know why. Like, there was no direction. We were just like thrown at this objective, and then there was like so many enemies, and it was so confusing and like not done well. It felt like.
yeah. So they brought back some of the classic Spec Ops missions. The last I checked, they had a couple of like the classic ones, but the newer ones, it's just weird. Like Nathan Rosensteel and I, we completed one, and it was like we had to go. It was actually kind of neat once we figured it out. It took us like literally like 2 3 hours to figure this out though. It's like we had to go and run, like infiltrate like this base to find out where these like cargo crates were, and then we had to like sneak onto like you literally had to like sneak onto a computer and like look through like files on the computer to like find out like the shipping manifest, and like we had to mark these boxes. It was actually kind of neat, but I would like it much more if could only be two people. Like the game forces you to matchmake to have four
Mm,
people. So I think it would be better if it was just two. Like if we could just have two people do it.
hmm.
But I don't know. It would have worked out much easier because you can't control two other like between the two of us we would be able to do it. But when you introduce two randos, I don't know what to do with them.
Right. So the lack of communication makes it hard between those other two.
Correct.
Yeah. And what I found the most confusing was like they don't give you like an objective. You just dropped into this map, and then you have like an overall goal, but like don't know what to do to accomplish that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and
I don't
and
know.
like that initial like first impressions are so important when you initially just jump in and then you are just lost and getting killed by all these enemies that are just spawning everywhere. It makes it a bad first experience. So people play it once, have a bad experience, and then just go back to multiplayer.
Yeah.
So I've.
But I mean, aside from that, the campaign was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They just brought back the new version of Gunfight, so it's not OSP, so you don't have to run around the map trying to find
Mm,
guns, which I like that a lot
yeah.
more. It's finding the guns. Sometimes you just don't find a gun, and then you just run into somebody and get blinged.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely think it was a missed opportunity for them in the special ops part
Oh
of the
yeah,
game.
definitely, definitely. Because I mean, even now, like I went back and we literally just before Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out, on Modern Warfare 2, Nathan and I finished all of the Spec Ops,
Yeah.
and that was one of the most difficult but like rewarding things that like I've done. Like I enjoy doing like that in
Mm-hmm.
games, something that's actually challenging.
Right. I agree because you get that that sense of accomplishment.